serve as vice president beside such a man would be the privilege of a lifetime, and it's fitting that this trust has been given to me 88 years, almost to the day, after the women of America first gained the right to vote. I think as well today of two other women who came before me in national elections. I can't begin this great effort without honoring the achievements of Geraldine Ferraro in 1984, and of course, Senator Hillary Clinton, who showed such determination and grace in her presidential campaign. It was rightly noted in Denver this week that Hillary left 18 million cracks in the highest, hardest glass ceiling in America. But it turns out the women of America aren't finished yet, and we can shatter that glass ceiling once and for all.
Only one other woman in American history has shared this experience.
It has been, for me, a great thing to attempt to break the barrier. But for 24 years, it has been rather lonely being the only one.
In 1984, the Democratic ticket featured Geraldine Ferraro as Walter Mondale's running mate. She was the first female vice presidential nominee ever.
They had announced her name, and then she got up and she gave her little speech and mentioned both me and Hillary. And I was really quite surprised because in 24 years, nobody has done that on a national scene politically.
I saw you quoted somewhere as speaking rather admiringly of Mrs. Clinton, Senator Clinton, during the primary campaign. I think Obama should have picked her.
I think he's regretting not picking her now. I do. What determination and grit and even grace through some tough shots that were fired her way.
And I have to say, Senator Clinton, looked in her element. She's, she was taking every opportunity to get a dig in there.
One of the things, the important aspects of this race is role modeling what good families should look like. And my view is that if you can't run your own house, you certainly can't run the White House. Can't do it.
When you're running for the presidency, then you've got to expect it. And, you've just got to kind of let it, That's what you got to do.
Let's not forget, and I'll be brutal, the reason she's a U.S. Senator, the reason she's a candidate for president, the reason she may be a front runner is her husband messed around.
Yeah, but
that's how she got to be senator from New York. We keep forgetting it. She didn't win there on her merit. She won because everybody felt, my God, this woman stood up under humiliation. Right? That's what happened. That's how it happened. In 1998, she went to New York and campaigned for Chuck Schumer as almost like the grieving widow of absurdity.
Well, it's not necessarily sexism, it's Hillary Clinton. Maybe if it was another woman, they wouldn't necessarily feel the same way. That's what the critics are going to say.
Except, I got to tell you something. That might excuse some voters who are turning around saying, I won't vote for her because she's a Hillary Clinton. That's understandable. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sexism on this level. I'm talking about media sexism. I'm talking about the Obama campaign.
Are you talking about Sweetie? Are you talking about Senator Barack Obama saying Sweetie?
That's one piece of it. If he did that to an employee, I have to tell you, there'd be a sexual harassment charge filed to him.
What a whore Geraldine Ferraro is. She's such a fucking whore.
Do they have Senator Clinton note that her own brief period in elected office is as irrelevant to the issue of judgment as is Senator Obama's, while she points out that FDR had served only 6 years as a governor and state senator before he became president? Or that Teddy Roosevelt had 4.5 years before the White House? Or that Woodrow Wilson had 2 years and 6 weeks? Or Richard Nixon 14 and Calvin Coolidge 25?
Senator John McCain has just gambled his chances of becoming president on a running mate whose political experience above the level of mayor of a hamlet consists of exactly 635 days as the governor of the 47th most populous state in the Union. Northern exposure. The Republicans have selected the least experienced vice presidential candidate, probably in American history.
Without Hillary being the nominee, it's really quite equally as important because people are looking for a historic campaign, and I think this might do it. There are a lot of women who are disaffected by how Hillary was treated by the media, by how she was treated by the Obama campaign, by how she was treated by the Democratic National Committee, Howard Dean not speaking up when sexism raised its ugly head in the media.
Come on. The facts are this. What kind of mother is she? Is she prepared to be the vice president? Is she going to be totally focused on the issue? Fair question.
I bet you don't have a lot of women listeners there, do you? And if you do, you're not going to have them tomorrow after that.
Has, I think, 50 employees. We've got 2,500 in this campaign. I think their budget is maybe $12 million a year. We have a budget of about 3 times that just for the month. So I think that our ability to manage large systems and to execute, I think, has been made clear over the last couple of years.
I guess a small-town mayor is sort of like a community organizer, except that you have actual responsibilities.
I love those hockey moms. You know, they say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick.
But you know, you can't, you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
People shouldn't make a decision this time based on, I like that guy. Or, you know, she's cute. You know, this isn't...
Now you got uncle women like Sarah Palin who jumps on the shit and points her fingers at other women. Turncoat bitch.
Fit me in a perfect box. You let me slip between the cracks. Now I'm faded into someone else. Maybe someone I don't wanna be. Yeah, I'm faded. My true colors gone like a picture nobody sees. Yeah, I'm faded like I never was till I don't even know myself. Now I'm faded into what you want, but I'm not taking it too well. Now I'm faded.
I have no doubt that once the nomination contest is over, I will get the people who voted for her.